So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today let's continue our journey, our series of planets through Navamsa Chart in Vedic Astrology, and we are working on the third house of the D-9 chart. And in this particular video, let's try to understand planet Rahu placement in the third house of your D-9 chart and what are going to be the results that are particularly associated with this Rahu. Let's try to understand in this video. First of all, you need to understand one very important thing here. Rahu in the third house is going to be bit tricky placement because planetary conjunctions with Rahu and Ketu axis in the D9 chart is going to create a reflection of karmas in the D1 chart as well. So before directly going into studying the Rahu placement in the third house, first of all try to understand whether this Rahu is in conjunction with some other planet or not, or if this Rahu is sitting all alone. Because the number of planets that are going to be conjunct Rahu, for example Rahu in conjunction with planet Buddha, Mercury in conjunction with Saturn, Mars, even Sun. So this is actually going to create reflection of karmas in the D1 chart. Now you need to look which planet Rahu is in conjunction. For example, Rahu is in conjunction with planet Sun and even Moon in the D9 chart. So pay attention towards the Sun placement and the Moon placement in the D1 chart along with the zodiac signs that are ruled by planet Sun and planet Moon. Sun rules the sign of Leo and Moon rules the sign of Cancer. So you need to pay attention towards these two zodiac signs in the D1 chart and look into which houses like these zodiac signs are posited. Now what Rahu is going to do, this have the capacity to actually amplify the results of that particular areas in your life. Rahu in the third house is overall going to be considered as one of the most beautiful placement of your D9 chart because this planet in the third house have the capacity to give you expansion and growth in your life. And that particular expansion and growth in your life is not only coming because of your own self efforts, that is because of the efforts which are created or putted by the relationships directly into your life. Now here I'm not talking about only the boyfriend and girlfriend kind of a relationship. There might going to be a strong bond and intimate relationship between the husband and the wife as well. Because whenever the Rahu is in the third house, the main growth factor that is working behind both husband as a wife is only to acquire financial stability and financial security in their life. Now even after acquiring enough financial stability and security, Rahu keep on working. Like this is going to be a goal setter kind of a placement where you are setting one goal, then accomplishing it, then setting the second goal, accomplish that goal, then setting the third goal. So this Rahu is going to become very goal oriented kind of a individual, specifically in the D9 chart. And even the husband and wife, as soon as that are entering into your life, this Rahu have the capacity to amplify the energy of all the planets that Rahu is in conjunction with in the D1 chart, even as well as in the D9 chart as well. Second important thing, third house in the D9 chart is also the representation of the skills. These are the hidden talents or skills which are present inside you people. Rahu, particularly if it is posited in the zodiac signs of Mercury, even Venus and even Saturn, have great capacity to give you steep inclination in the field of share market and the stock market as well. I have seen many successful traders with this Rahu placement in the third house because Rahu in the third house try to find the ways, quicker ways to make money and then how to gain the financial security in their life. Apart from this, if for example this Rahu is behaving or acting negatively in your chart, and there is only 1 to 2 ways in which Rahu is going to behave in the negative direction. First of all, if Rahu is in conjunction with the malefics, specifically the planet like Surya, planet Sun, Saturn and Mars. Now if Rahu is in conjunction with these malefic planets, wealth is going to be there, financial security is going to be there, but the karma association or the amount of struggle that you need to put forward to acquire something is going to be very, very high. Now here Rahu is going to make you the extreme hardworking individual in the complete universe. Because Rahu in the third house will, as I told you, this is a goal setter. So Rahu tend to set some financial goals, achieve it, then set the new financial goals. Rahu is not going to create stagnancy in your pathway, like, okay, if I've achieved these things in my life, so I'm going to stand here. Rahu is going to take you one step more deeper, more deeper, more deeper. Even one more important thing, if for example Rahu is posited with some debilitated planets in the conjunction, like Rahu and Mars conjunction in the sign of Cancer is happening in the D9 chart, or Rahu and Saturn conjunction in the sign of Aries is happening, then this is going to create the utmost pressure over the family lineage, and this have the capacity to create halting factors in the carry forward of the children as well. It become very, very difficult if Rahu is with some debilitated planet to carry forward that lineage. Extremely difficult for you, because then Rahu have the capacity to destroy the progeny, specifically if the negative or the debilitated planets are in conjunction with this Rahu. But most of the time I will tell you, Rahu is not going to be posited with debilitated. Either that is going to be with some other planets with maybe friendly, or it may be some inimical zodiac sign. So you can try to differentiate the results as far as the strength of the other planets are also concerned. Even this Rahu placement in the 3rd house, if you count from the 7th house of the D9 chart, this is actually becoming the 9th house. Now the 9th house particularly represents the long distance travel and long distance journeys also. And here the event of marriage and even the finding of spouse and life partner, there is going to be some strong involvement of traveling from one location to some different location. Specifically if this Rahu is in conjunction with the 7th house lord of the D1 chart. Suppose you are Aries ascendant in the D1 chart and 7th house lord is Venus. Now that Venus is going along with conjunction with Rahu, it purely represents through traveling or through movement. Your life partner is getting manifested in your life. Even if the karkas of marriage, Jupiter and Venus, these benefics, if they are in conjunction with Rahu in the 3rd house, then this Rahu have the capacity to take you extremely away from your home country into some other areas. Like this is going to be that kind of a placement where you born and brought up with some different kind of a household, different kind of group setting kind of environment, and then this Rahu after marriage is going to take you further away. Because that further away or the movement of Rahu taking you further away is only because of the growth which Rahu is going to give you in the professional side of the life. Because Rahu in the 3rd house, I told you this is the expansion stage. If you are familiar with the video I made over the Jupiter and expansion, so this have the capacity to behave in the similar manner, to expand things. This is that kind of a Rahu that if I am having one home, I need multiple homes. If I'm having one savings account, I need multiple savings accounts. So this is the Rahu which is going to work on the multiplicity level. If I'm having one bathing soap, so I need to have 3 to 5. If I'm using one toothbrush, so I'm going to use the multiple toothbrush at the same time. Because Rahu tend to work on the multiplicity, and that is their brain is hardwired in such a way where Rahu tend to find or focus upon gaining more and more experiences. This is the Rahu which is not looking for comfort zone also. If the strength and dignity of Rahu is very powerful, Rahu will not look for comfort. There are many people that are seeking stability, security in their life, but there is 1% of the population that don't want to get stabilized in their life. They are not seeking any sort of comforts. They really want to hustle hard in their life. So that is the exact placement if this Rahu is working positively. Because Rahu is not looking for any sort of comforts in the 3rd house. This is going to be a full-time hustler, and in their entire life they are going to be hustling hard. So there is not going to be any like moving backward pathway. This is always going to be a front moving pathway. And even the age of 28 and the age of 32 with this Rahu is going to be the major turning points in your life. If right now you are watching this video and you are 25th or 26th, then at the age of 28, or if you have crossed the age of 28, then 32, these two are actually going to be the triggering points of marriage in your life. That is where the event of marriage and the event of travel is particularly going to be happening in your life. The reason why I am telling you the 28th and the 32, that is because of the maturity ages as well. Every planet in Vedic astrology have certain maturity ages. So this Mars and Mercury maturity in your horoscope is also going to create great impact over this Rahu placement as well. Apart from this, if this Rahu is behaving in the most negative side, and by mean to say negative side, although they have the capacity to acquire financial riches, these things and everything in their life, but if you look into the other half that is connected with the family side, that is going to be a bit spoiled. If you look into their personal relationship, that is going to be a bit spoiled. Because Rahu, when, as I told you, after setting goals, achieving goals, after setting goals again, achieving goals, they tend to reach to that one position in their life where they tend to feel complete loneliness, all alone, singular placement of the Rahu. So Rahu is going to have all the materialistic riches to enjoy, but still that sense of loneliness, or like I'm completely cut off from the rest of the world, is actually going to be present inside this Rahu. And that is where the family understandings are not going to be there. Even sometime if you are married watching this video, the wife is also and husband is also not going to understand the complexities of Rahu up there. Because that is a very, very karmic axis. Rahu and Ketu specifically, you need to pay attention towards the D1 and the D9 chart, combining the houses also. Suppose in your D1 chart, Rahu and Ketu axis is posited in 1st and 7th house. It means you and your life partner. Now suppose that axis is shifting in the 3rd and the 9th house. It means there are going to be major amount of karmas specifically connected with the traveling, change of place or location, or the place where you are going to build your home. So there is going to be some sort of ancestral blessings that are eventually coming with this Rahu. Although you will not be able to enjoy any kind of comforts of your own homeland, the place where you exactly born, you will not be able to build home particularly up there. Not possible with this Rahu. So this Rahu is going to take you further away, and that is going to be for your growth and accomplishment. Also, if for example directly opposite is Ketu, and for example in this Rahu and Ketu axis there is going to be a lot of water, Jal Tattva is there. Jal Tattva means the sign of Pisces, the sign of Cancer, and even the sign of Scorpio. Then you are going to see the extreme spiritual people. Like they are that kind of individuals that are going to be very grounded and very humble, even though they are going to have all the wealth in their life. But this Rahu is going to then show the groundedness part. Rahu is also going to be the #1 contributor in this 3rd house, because Rahu tend to sometimes spend lavishly over all the luxurious items. They want to acquire or accomplish everything. But once they accomplish each and everything, all the materialistic goals are fulfilled, then Rahu tend to feel that confusion up there. Like now I have achieved everything, what is going to be my next step in my life? And that is where the Ketu in the 9th house will help you to lead your life into the spiritual side of the life. So I hope guys you have found some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations, you can feel free to contact me at my email ID, and I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. So the email ID is here and you can subscribe it below. So till then, please take care of yourself and may God bless you.